What's up, everybody? On today's episode of Why Did I Buy a Mini Truck, a few things have changed. As you can see, we got ourselves a nice big wire running right through here. This is going to be our main power wire. Have it coming through the firewall, just down there. Runs over to the starter, so that's that one done. If we come around to the other side, it's definitely a mess over here. Few things we gotta sort out, but got a ground wire landed right here, right to the frame. So we got this framed up. We're gonna go ahead and tuck it. I'll probably put a little P clamp right here, run it inside, and then inside we have got both of our grounds here. So we got a ground coming through the floor, and then we've got another ground here to the chassis. So these are both be really good. Should land a little something like this right here. And then our power wire right here, we're going to run along the wall, and it's going to land over here as well. So that should take care of the battery relocation. It's really nice too because we can land a power wire to the relays for the air compressors back here and mount them on the wall, so that'll be nice and tucked away. Just run the switch up. The switch will really just be to trigger the pressure sensor. And then we come around here, I got a couple things done. So got our ground landed here and here, and all nice and cleaned up. Got another ground landed right there, runs over. Now I did end up running all the wires through that hole that's messed up. As much as I don't want to do it, I need to do it for now because I don't have the material to fix that hole and then put an OEM style pass through. And I was originally going to run it through this hole, but they are definitely too big for that. And it's pretty close to my fuel filter anyway, which is also going to get relocated. So that's in another video. But I got a lot of the stuff run out through here now, so I kind of have a game plan of where everything's going to land. I did fix the O2 sensor wiring, which is loosely routed also. So in the next video, we're going to sort out a couple of the wires that I'm unsure about. So that will be very fun. And the wires I'm referring to is, I have a relay here that has a green wire with red dashes and then a blue and red striped wire. It's missing two wires off of that. I do have two wires right here as well, a pink and a blue and a ground. I do have these three green wires, two with the green and red, one with a green and orange stripe. It's kind of a mess in here right now. And then I did figure out that this black and pink wire lands a ground out there, so that was a really good find. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I was a little curious about, but we'll figure that out later. So over here, this is all taken care of, so this will be ready to plug into the ECU. And like I said, we got the power wires run back there. I'm leaving this upper harness all exposed because I need to make sure that it's not going to burn to the ground once I get it all plugged in. So fingers crossed on that. And then there is some stuff tapped in to the harness that runs up and back to the light back here. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with that. But I'll probably take a look at that also before I get everything plugged in. Got the door poppers all wired in down there. Those lead wires are going to be ran to the battery, well, probably to a fuse and then to the battery. So that's pretty much where we're at right now. Once we get these wires all kind of sorted and get everything tested to make sure that we're not going to have any truck fires, we'll start working on the air ride. Kind of want to set something up like this, but we'll see. Now, there is one more thing I'm unsure about, and that's this setup right here. So this plugs into the back of my alternator, and then it plugs into this connector here. Thick white gauge wire. I'm pretty sure this runs to the battery or to a 12 volt, and then this one I think is the kicker or the signal wire. So I'm not sure about that. If anybody knows, feel free to drop a comment down below and let me know what's going on with this. There is some wiring in the sub harness that runs to the alternator and the starter that I have kind of removed for now because I need to go through and fix a few things in that. But that seems pretty straightforward because I unplugged them. So it's nice that I kind of like know where they go. I do have a couple of stragglers as well. So when we hook up power, I have a sneaking suspicion that these are for the original turn signals, but I'm not sure. So if anybody knows, these kind of come out of the harness right here. If anybody knows where this green, white, gray, blue, pink, blue, and this ground go, that would be fantastic. I think they run down, but because these were wired in as the turn signals here in the corner by the headlight, I think that they got the wires just chopped back for that. I do believe that these are for the horn, which I do not have one, so I won't be able to test that. Yeah, I mean, it's coming along. Hopefully we will be buttoning it up here shortly because I would like to get some things tested and start working on the permanent harness, since that's going to be all mil spec. It'd be just really nice to figure out where all the OEM wires go first. I do have a book. I have looked through it. I'm not sure if it's the wrong one or whatever, but this book right here, it's been helpful for some stuff, but not for a lot. So I'm really just kind of going in blind on it. So in the next episode, hopefully we will have power and all the grounds set up, and we will be able to test a few things. But in the meantime, if anybody has any ideas on what those go to, I'm all ears, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting this thing kind of back on the road. I would very much like to get the electrical figured out, get it running, make sure it's all good there, work on the air suspension this weekend. Now that we have all the bags in, all the new fittings are in, all the lines are here, all the connectors are here, it's ready to go in. Now I am going to be using 2 sets, so 4 valves in total from the old system temporarily until we get a manifold in for it, just so I can air it up and move it around. That'll all be temporary since everything's going to be going into an airlift manifold. Very excited about that. Should clean everything up nicely, but we'll work on all that later. That's definitely another video. So for now, main power's run, the grounds are run. I know I've got to run a wire from the alternator as well, but I'm hoping that that's what this little portion is right here. And then I do need to get a new breaker since this is only a 60 amp. I'd like to get something a little bit better than that. And then we did end up not using this fuse box right now, since I'm sure when I order the stuff to do the harness, we'll go with a pre-built from Rywire or something. So stay tuned for that. That's hopefully coming up soon. And I appreciate everybody following and liking. Really, you know, this is mainly to document the mini truck build, but at the same time, if people like it and they want to see it, well, that's cool too. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.